So today we're working on the Vectra. It's one of them days, so hopefully it'll be the final job that we have to undertake on the Vectra, and that is one of these. You know what that is? It is a clutch master cylinder. So the reason why I'm going to upload this video, I wasn't going to do a video, it's just the Vectra, and looking back, the Vectra on this channel doesn't get a great deal of love. However, I do believe that this video may help someone, just like the videos on the gearbox. You know, although my subscribers haven't really watched it, it has drawn a lot of outside viewers, and it has helped a lot of other people. So I am going to upload this purely to help more people, and that's the plan. So I did go online and actually had a look to see if there's any videos on how to change these, if there's any sort of like any tips or tricks, or if there's any issues that you would come across, and I couldn't find anything. I saw one video, all he says is he's got this out, and he's saying he had troubles with that plastic clip and he couldn't get it out, and it took him 3 hours to do this job. So I'm not gonna time myself, but I don't think it's going to be a 3-hour job. I reckon 3 hours with me filming and editing and everything else, maybe. But then, you know, that's the only video I found on there, and maybe there isn't any other videos on this because one or two reasons. The first one, it's either really easy and you don't need a guide, or secondly, it's going to be really hard and people have struggled doing this job. But I think it's going to be the first one. I think it's quite a simple job, because I did actually go out earlier on and have a look, and it actually looks pretty straightforward. It all seems quite easily accessible. So I reckon, excluding bleeding the clutch, although you should probably include that, but I reckon we could swap that out in half hour. You know, it's not going to take 5-10 minutes to bleed the clutch up, and it should be done. So let's get cracking, let's get out there and start stripping it down and getting that clutch master cylinder out. So the first thing you want to do is remove this light switch. It's quite easy. You just push it in, turn it, and then pull it out. Right, so I got it out exactly as I said. When I pushed it in, it did go all the way in, and then just pulled it out, and the whole thing has come out. And then we can disconnect this plastic clip on the back. Right, so hopefully push in the blue bit and then pull the black bit down, and that just comes straight out. So once we've removed the switch, there's 6 torque 20s. So there's one here, there's one in there, there's another one in there. So that's one there, and one there. That's 3. And we've got another one underneath here, just here. There's another one there, and there's another one right there on the corner. That's your 6 torque 20s to get access to the clutch master cylinder. So now that plastic trim is out of the way, we've now got access to get the clutch master cylinder out. And that's just up here, and it's held in with 2 13mm nuts. So I've decided to use a long reach socket for this, because I don't think a normal socket's going to reach over the stud to get those nuts off. And here is the location of the second nut behind the clutch pedal. Once both nuts are removed, you can go ahead and squeezing this plastic clip together, you can remove the clutch master cylinder from the clutch pedal. Right, so I've gone ahead, I've removed those 2 13mm nuts, and I've used a long socket. Got them off, and the bit the guy said that he was struggling on was this plastic clip here. He said it's what he took 3 hours doing. Well, I just pushed them in together, squeezed them, and it's just popped straight out. You can see the nuts are off, and that's all quite loose now. It's all ready to go. We now need to remove the clutch hydraulics from the back of the clutch master cylinder, and to do that you can see I've removed the little clip there. Once you've removed that metal clip and you've pulled that up, make sure it is pulled all the way up, not halfway like I have here so far. I was just making sure everything was freed up, ready to go. And then on the other line that's going in, the other hydraulic line that's going into the actual master cylinder, I've removed it from the reservoir and then capped off the reservoir. I just found, for me personally, this is easier. You can remove it from the other end and then just cable tie the end of that pipe up to the vacuum line at the top here. And now this is ready to come out. Right, I'm going to need 2 hands because I need to pull this apart, take this out. There you go, literally 30 seconds. By far the longest process was bleeding the clutch, and I don't know how well you can see, but that's where the bleed nipple is. Bit of tape on the end of that pipe. That's the nipple there. I'll take that off. Yeah, it's quite dark down there, but that's the location of it. And I've just run it down into a glass bottle so we can see. Also got to keep an eye on that to make sure it's all topped up. 11mm as well, awkward size. And this is how I've been doing it. The old breaker bar on the clutch against the seat. It works. Well, unfortunately, like a child, I got too excited. Had a spillage. I tested it all, put it into gear, worked it in reverse. So I forgot that I had the brake and clutch fluid jar underneath. Bit of a nightmare. So quite a straightforward job replacing the clutch master cylinder. However, the one bit of advice I will give you is, because we're parked on a slight angle, it's not even much. I mean, it doesn't even really show how much of an angle, but it's very slight. But because it's on a slight angle, I had to keep the fluid topped pretty much right to the brim, because as soon as it got down to sort of like this level here, it was just sucking in air, drawing in loads of air. So I had to brim it and keep it brimmed right on the top. But apart from that, that's all bled up now. It drives. She's fine. All I've got to do now is clean up my bloody mess. Happy days. So that's me done. Nice simple job. Hopefully we haven't dragged it out for too long. If you like this kind of content, give it a thumbs up, smash the subscribe button, ring the little bell, get notified every time I upload. And for today, that's it on the Vectra, and I expect that's it for the Vectra on this channel. Well, it looks like I found another job to do on the Vectra. I can definitely hear the mechanism moving in here. It is unlocked. And I'm stuck in here. Oh well, that's the job for next time. Right, okay, take care, stay safe, God bless.